All right, looks like we are live. Welcome everybody. Whew, I was just jumping in from another meeting, but I'm here on time. Welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Eric F. King. For those of you that don't know me, and today I'm going to talk about how to enroll new clients by building your authority, influence, and credibility. Okay. So if you're here with me live, let me know. Put a comment in the chat. Say hi from wherever you are. All right. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions about this topic, I love to, answer questions. I love the back and forth, right? So definitely put your questions in the chat as well. Looks like we are on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube right now. All right. So I'm going to get started first of all, just to tell you my story because I feel it's important for you to know who's actually speaking with you and if they have the qualifications to actually talk about what they're talking about, right? So that's important. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. So my name is Eric F. King, and I'll start from when I was in college, okay? Because I don't think you need to know all the rest of the stuff. But when I was in college, I was a marketing major, and I was just intrigued by all things marketing. I used to look at the billboards, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I look at the ads, the commercials. I mean, anything marketing was fascinating to me. Right, it was really fascinating to me. So I majored in marketing. Right, I was a major in marketing, and I wanted to be behind the scenes. I wanted to be one of those guys that creates a commercial and then gets a celebrity to come and speak and do the commercial, right? So that was my goal, to be a marketer. And after college, I was fortunate enough to be hired by a company called Xerox. And at the time, Xerox was a Fortune 100 company. It was like Apple or Google back then. Okay, it was a big deal to be hired by Xerox. And so I was hired by Xerox, and I was excited. I would love to market. Xerox. It was the number one in their industry of copiers and printers back then. And then what happened was they told me that they don't actually have any availability in advertising or marketing, their marketing department. Like they said, I can I can do sales. Like they have a spot in sales, and I said, "Oh my goodness, I don't want to do sales." like, I'm not a salesman. I don't like to sell people. I'm a nice guy, right? I don't even like salespeople. Like, why would I do that? Um, but then, I told my dad about it, and he said, "Look," he said, "it's a great company. You can learn a lot. So why don't you see, try it out, see what happens? You don't have to stay there forever if you don't like it, right?" So I tried it out. Oh, by the way, welcome, Coral, from across the pond. Good to see you. All right. Who else is here? Who else is here? All right. So anyway, I did it for like 60 days and I was horrible at it. I was horrible at it. Like I said, I told you guys I can't sell. I don't like to be pushy and all of that. And I was advised to find somebody who sells the way I'm comfortable selling and see if I can learn that way. So I talked to a guy, his name was Brian. He was the number one sales rep in the region. Okay. And I asked him if I could shadow him. And shadowing is just a fancy way of saying follow him. If I could just follow him to these accounts to see what he says. And so I started following him around, and I realized something very interesting. This guy wasn't selling. I thought he would be like this shark, right? Like, get everybody to buy, right? But that wasn't the case. He was just a nice guy. He would get to know people. He would, when he meets with you, if he sees a picture on the mantle, he'll say something like, "Oh, is that your daughter? Oh, really? What school does she go to? Oh, my son goes to that school." And he just became friends with everybody. Like everybody loved him. And then somehow he would turn the discussion from just personal and being friends to business. And he would say, "So, how's your business going?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah, it's going well, blah, blah." Okay. So, and then he'll start talking about copiers, right? He would say, "So, okay, so what do you like about your copiers?" And, they would say it, but then usually they'd say what they don't like about it. Then he would start to delve deep and find out what they don't like about it. And then once he found that out and he found out their goals and everything, then he would just say something like, you know what? Based on what you said earlier, I have I have an idea. We have these two copiers here. These two would be the best for your company, but I'm not really sure which one. So this one has blah blah blah, this one has blah blah. Which one do you prefer? And they're friends now, right? So they just listen to him. So they say, well, we prefer number two, or two. They would say, perfect, no problem. So what I'll do is I'll order that for you. You guys can try it out 2 weeks, see if you like it, blah blah. And then he'll get them to order paper, and then he'll get them to order toner. And by the time we leave, he has this list, because that was before iPads. Okay, he has this yellow pad. Well, not a yellow pad. It was um not application form, but the form they use to sign people up. I forgot what it is. It's been so long. Okay. Order form, yeah. So he would have this order form filled out, sometimes 10,000, sometimes 20,000. And we walk out and I'm like, how did you do that? It was incredible, right? So I was intrigued. So I kept following him, and I found out that, you know, he sold because he got to know people, he got to know their pains, and then he offered them something that can actually help them. And that's when I learned compassionate selling. Okay. And I started doing it. And within 18 months, I was one of the top reps in the whole region. Right. I was doing very well in my early 20s, making too much money for someone that age. So I just spent it all. Right. Um, but I still loved marketing. Welcome, let's see, Madeline. I hope that's how they pronounce your name. Welcome, Christy. Good to see you, Christy. Welcome, everybody. Keep putting your comments in there. So, yeah, so that's how I started in sales, just by accident. And then I started to love it. What ended up happening, I moved up all the way to vice president of sales. I got really good. I went on to another company, did the same thing. And then I decided I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I started a production company, and I was doing well. And then I realized that a lot of entrepreneurs don't actually know how to sell their offers. So they have this great idea, this great business, this great service, but they don't know how to sell because they don't teach us sales in school, right? So they simply just say, hey, here's my mouse, and this is a great mouse, and I'm sure you'll like it, and he'll tell you all about it and say, are you interested? And people are like, not really, let me shop around, and they don't sell. So I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to teach people how to sell their offers, right? And I created a coaching program, and a lot of people were signing up, and I was getting all these testimonials, literally changing people's lives because they never knew how to sell before they met me, right? In fact, one lady, her name is Alexis. I met online. She had been, in her business for many years. She's a writer, and she helps people to proofread their books. And she just wasn't comfortable selling a high ticket offer, like $1,000 or something like that, right? So she comes to one of my classes. I teach her. We went through a 6-week program, and then she sends me a message and said, "You won't believe this. In the first 2 weeks, I signed up 2 people." And then she sent me another message. I sent them another person, right? And now she's making the kind of money she's always wanted to make. And that's why I love what I do, right? So that's where I was. And then, so before I get to everything else, I want to give you some tips on building authority, influence, and credibility. Okay. Um, Now, first of all, let me just say this. You have to have the right mindset to do this. Welcome, Matthew. Good to see you. You have to have the right mindset. I don't want you to have the mindset that most people have, which is that sales is just trying to convince someone to buy something they don't need. That's not sales. Okay. Sales is persuading someone to buy something that will actually benefit them. And the value is greater than the price. The value they're getting is greater than what they're paying. Okay. That's sales. But to sell, in order for someone to buy, they have to know, like, and trust you. Know, like, and trust you. The reason why it's so hard to sell someone the first time you meet them is because they don't know you yet. They don't trust you. They don't know if you're going to scam them, right? They're like, why should I buy from you? Are you even real? Are you AI? Right? So people don't know you. So you're thinking, oh, something's wrong with my product. I have the wrong colors on my website. You're thinking all these things, and no, it's none of that. It's just that they don't trust you yet. They don't know you. So the first thing you must do is you must build know, like, and trust if you want to sell your offers. Know, like, and trust. And how do you do that? Well, there are a few ways. If you meet with someone face to face, even on Zoom or in person, one way you can do it is by building rapport. Building rapport means you get to you find common ground. What do they like? Where do they live? Talk about that, right? So like if I meet you and you live in California, right? I would talk about my trip to California where I went to Disneyland, and and then they're like, "Oh yeah, I live like 30 miles from this land." "Oh really? Where?" Now we have common ground, right? Common ground. Talk about something that you can both relate to, so they get to know you. Remember, that's what Brian did. He just got to know people, right? So that's important. You want to build common ground. You can want people to get to know, like, and trust you. Now, if you're online, sometimes it's more difficult because people even trust you less when they don't meet you in person, right? So what do? You have to put out information out there consistently so people can start to know, like, and trust you. Because the more they see you, the more they feel like they know you. I mean, think about it. Is there anybody you follow that you've seen them so many times, you believe that you actually know them? Like, I know this person. I can vouch for this person, right? It's because you've seen them online, especially if they do video. And we're going to talk about that, right? Especially if they do video. So, so that's the first step. You want to build rapport. You want to get people to know, like, and trust you, right? And how do you do that? Is through content, right? You want to put out content. Now, by the way, if you're just joining us, I'm talking about enrolling new clients by building your authority, influence, and credibility. You need to hear the whole thing, okay? Because if you hear like 15 minutes and jump off, you missed out big time. So stick around. Everything I talk about, I've done, and I've been successful at it. I don't talk theory. I don't go on Chat GPT and pull up some random points and talk about them. No. Everything I teach, I've been there. I've done it. Okay. Um, okay. In sales, I've sold door to door. I've sold, I've sold over the phone. I've sold face to face. I've sold in boardrooms where I have $500,000 accounts where I was selling, right? I've sold like like I can sell a plane. I can sell it for sure because it's the same concept, right? Right. So everything I talk to you about, I've done. Okay, and I want to teach you. And the thing is, after having a successful business in sales, then I came online, and it's like you have to start all over online because it's a new industry, right? And now I'm getting to be really good at this too. So I'm going to tell you basically everything I know. And by the way, I've probably bought over $125,000 worth of coaching over the last, I don't know, 5 years. So what I'm teaching you, I've done, and I learned from people that have done it, that have made millions and millions of dollars. All right. So yeah, so I'm just letting you know that this is real good information I'm about to share with you. Okay. All right. All right. So we talked about building that know, like, and trust. You have to have the right mindset. You have to believe in yourself and believe in your offer. If you don't believe in yourself, you won't sell anything. In fact, if you don't believe in yourself or you don't believe in your offer, people will talk you out of your own offer. Yeah, they'll tell you like that doesn't make any sense. You need to quit that business. And you're like, oh, maybe you're right. Right. So you need to build your belief. That's so important. I've seen people that are directors in their company, vice presidents in their company, but then come to this online world as a coach or a consultant, and they don't have the confidence because they've never done it before. right? So they don't really believe that they can do it because they haven't made any money in this arena, which is a totally different arena, right? So build your belief in yourself and in your offer. All right. So I'm going to talk about one way to create that authority and influence, and that is by content creation. Now, there are two types. There's a type of content creation where you're posting pictures and maybe information, right? 3 steps to do this, 4 steps to do that, 7 things you need to avoid, like stuff like that, which is great, right? Pictures, information. You want to give value as much as possible. But there's a second way, which is actually a better way. It works faster, and that's video. That's video. Doing videos is powerful, absolutely powerful. And I get it if you're a little shy. I get it if you don't want to be on camera. I was like that until someone told me that, Eric, you are missing out big time if you're not doing videos. Because look, you guys are watching me on video right now. Isn't this, don't you feel like you get to know me better like this than if I just sent you a picture of myself and had some information? Yeah, like, right? You don't even know if I'm real if you don't see my video, right? So that's why you want to get to learn how to do video. Here's what I tell people. Here's what I tell a lot of people in my coaching. Do what scares you. Right? If you tell me something like, well, that's outside of my comfort zone, that's exactly where you need to be to get better. Look, if you're making $30,000 in your business right now and you're not doing anything that's outside of your comfort zone, you will never make more than that. You've made all the money you can make in your comfort zone. Once you get out of your comfort zone, that's where you can go to 30, 50, and then 70, and then 100, right? So you have to decide, first of all, I'm going to do something that I'm scared to do. Yep, I said it. You got to do something that you're scared to do. So here's the thing. With video, you can start with short videos. Like I love short videos, like 1 minute videos, right? Start with short videos. Um, and here's let me just give you a mindset hack. A lot of times people don't do videos because they're worried about what people will say, right? What people will say, what people will think, all of that. And let me tell you this. There are 2 types of people that will watch your videos. There's group A, people that like you, people that want you to do well, people that want to keep listening to you, they love your content, people that will eventually buy from you, right? So that's group A, right? People that love you, right? Then there's group B. Group B are people that don't really want you to succeed. People that just make fun of everybody. They're trolls, right? They'll make fun of your accent, your nose, your mouth, your glasses, your background, everything, right? People that are jealous of you, right? Who does he think he is? Who does she think he is, right? All those people are the haters, and that's group B. Here's the problem. Most people, a majority of people, make decisions based on what group B thinks. You imagine making your decisions in your business based on what the haters want. Why would you want to satisfy your haters? Right? Like think about it, right? Why would you want to satisfy your haters? Right? Um, so so I made a conscious decision that I don't care what my haters think. I don't care. For those people online that don't like my voice, I don't care because I'm not talking to you. If you don't like what I have in my background, who cares? I'm not talking to you. If you don't like my content, who cares? It's not for you, right? So why do you worry about what people group B thinks? It doesn't matter, right? Focus on the people that want you to do well. Focus on the people you want to help. First of all, you have something to share that can help people. So focus on that. Let me just send this to them. Okay, here we go. Yeah, focus on those people, right? So just promise yourself that you're not going to worry about what all these people think because it doesn't matter. They don't pay your bills and they're not thinking about you, right? Do it for yourself, do it for your family, do it for the people you love and care about, right? All right, so we got that out of the way. So you want to do video. You can start with recorded videos. Don't start with a live like this because that may just terrify you, right? Just do recorded, because if you do recorded, you can take 10 takes, 16 takes, right? And then you get the perfect one, and then you put it up, right? So start with that, and then later you can get into the lives, okay? And then I'm gonna go to even more, a higher level a little later. Okay. So let me give you an example of what happened to me when I did that. So I'm doing these short videos, giving people advice, and someone books a call and they meet with me. Okay, they meet with me, and so we're talking, and the guy says, he says, yeah, Eric, I really don't have to hear like everything you want to share. Like, I just want to buy. Like I have my credit card ready. I'm ready to buy. And I said, but do you even know what it is? Like, I haven't really told you. He said, it doesn't matter. Just, I'm ready. Just tell me what it is and I'll pay for it right now. So, I mean, I didn't argue with the guy. I told him he bought the program. And then I asked him later, I said, so what made you buy? Like, you didn't even know exactly what's in there. Here's what he said. I've been watching you online. I've been watching your videos, and I feel like I know you. You've helped me so much with free stuff. I'm willing to pay to learn more. That's when I realized the power of doing video and showing up online. Okay, that's important. All right. So now let's go to another thing you want to do to build your credibility, authority, and influence. That is, you want to build social proof. Social proof. Okay, is social proof is when people see what you've already done for others, because everybody wants to know, has he helped anybody? Right? Like, if you go to successwitheric.com, and you click work with me, you'll see all these people I've helped, all these testimonials, right? That's called social proof. People want social proof. I traveled to Florida a few months ago for this event, and I was looking at a couple hotels, and I didn't spend much time on the website of the hotel because I know they're going to say great things about themselves. I spent more time at on the reviews, because those are people that, they're just telling you what they experienced. So the one that had the best reviews, that's the hotel I stayed at, right? It's the same thing. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay. It's the same thing with your business. You want people to see that other people have benefited from what you do. Whether you're selling a product, a physical product, or a service, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You want testimonials, written or video. Written or video. Okay. That's very important. By the way, if you have any questions, put it in the chat. Jeremy, good to see you. Put it in the chat. I'll be glad to take questions. Yeah, we'll probably have some time for questions. All right, put it in the chat. All right. So yeah, so social proof. You want social proof. I'll give you an example. So I have this coaching program, sales coaching program, and a lady, her name is Sabrina, took the class, and it really helped her. Right, she went from doing things for free, video, giving value for free, to charging, to monetizing, and now she makes a boatload of money. She's doing very well, man. So she said she'll do a testimonial for me, and I'm like, great, right? So she does this video and sends it to me, and I'm thinking on this video she's going to talk about how many sales she's made, how much money she's made. I'm like excited. Like, it's gonna be incredible. And on the video, it was very short. She said something like, "Oh, Eric is a great guy. He's one of the best people out there, and he's so trustworthy. You can trust him." And like, that's like, she didn't say much. So fast forward, and so I'm thinking, this is not a great testimony, but I put it up. So fast forward a couple weeks later, I'm on a Zoom with, hey, Yolanda, good to see you. That was good to see you. Yolanda was one of my world-class speakers on my stage. Okay, we're going to talk about that. And she teaches video marketing. I'm talking about it right now. I just talked about it, Yolanda, video marketing. So she's one of the people I follow. So follow Yolanda Kennerly. Okay, awesome. All right, yeah, so I meet with this lady, and she said, Eric, honestly, I don't have 30 minutes. Like, I only have like 10 minutes or so I have to leave. But you know what? I'll go ahead and buy your program now. And I'm thinking, why would she buy it before she finds out about it? So, but I don't argue. She buys it. And then later I asked her, so what made you buy the program before I told you about it? She said, because I went on your website and I saw this lady talk about how trustworthy you were. And that's all I needed to hear. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even think that was a good testimonial. Right. So here's the deal. You never know what impresses people. You just have to be good to everybody. You have to do the best you can and help people and get them again to give you those testimonials, because those testimonials will do the selling for you. Okay. So social proof testimonials, which also, and recommendations as well. If you go to my LinkedIn page, I have a ton of recommendations, right? You want people to recommend you. You just ask them, do you mind recommending me? You know, easy, right? So yes, video is key to growing your business. That's right, Yolanda. Yolanda, no, she knows. She's an expert. Follow her, you'll see. She knows about video, right? I learned a lot from her. So yes, thank you, Yolanda. Thank you. So so we talked about social proof. We talked about recommendations. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is collaboration. Oh my goodness, folks. Underline it, star it, um, put a circle around it. I went to 4 years of college business school, some of the best business professors you can ever have. And they always talked about you have to beat your competition, beat your competition, beat your competition. They never talked about collaboration. Collaboration has probably made me more money than anything I've ever done. And that is when you work with somebody else, right? You work with somebody else. I do it every Monday. Like every Monday, I have a podcast. I interview people on my podcast, and when I'm speaking to their audience. They're speaking to my audience. We're all working with each other, helping each other, right? We're collaborating. When I do these events, these studio speaking events, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I end up collaborating with some of the speakers, right? um yeah, so you want to be able to look at opportunity as something where it's not just about you. Other people are involved, right? Other people are involved. Like, you can't get somewhere to like a really like the highest point in any industry without other people. You can't do it by yourself. So why not work with others instead of trying to be better than everybody? Work with others, right? Collaboration, that's right. It's fun. It's fun and it's lucrative. You make a lot of money. Yes. All right. So you want to collaborate with people. I do it every week, multiple times a week. I'm collaborating. I'm good. If you look at my page, you see that, right? So learn to collaborate with people that you have certain, let's say you have something in common, right? You're both go-getters. Someone that will push you, not someone that will let you let you off on your excuses. And one benefit of collaborating, if you have a call to do a live by yourself, you can chicken out and say, you know what, I'm not doing it. But if someone's going to meet you there and you're going to do it together, you'll show up, right? It's good for accountability. Collaboration is good for accountability. It's also good to be able to get on other people's stages, right? One of the ways to build authority and credibility is to get on other people's stages. You don't just want to do things by yourself, right? Get on other people's. Like I'm in a what do you call it, a summit right now. I was in one last week. I'm in one this week, right? And I get to work with other coaches, and I'm actually going to collaborate with one of them, right? And that's building my influence, is building my authority because I'm getting to know more people, right? And as you do that, you'll find that it's easier to generate clients because clients see what you're doing and they're ready to work with you. Like the number of objections you get reduces tremendously when they've seen you out there, they've seen other people work with you, they've seen testimonials, they've seen videos. It's just like, okay, let's go, let's do this, Eric, right? So it makes it much easier. right? Collaboration. So you want to learn to collaborate. And then also, you want to learn how to speak one to many. Write that down. One to many. So what's today? Today, I sometimes I forget what today is. Today is Wednesday. Okay. So Monday morning, I had my podcast. I was speaking one to many, right? Monday afternoon at noon, I have a group called Promote Your Business Meetup Group, right? The group come together. Again, they hear about what I'm doing, what the group is doing, one to many. Let's see. Earlier today, I met with somebody who actually I had a podcast today. I almost forgot. Leah, I was on Leah Garcia's podcast today. I was speaking one to many. Okay. Right now, I'm speaking one to many, right? That's what you do. That's how I get to a whole lot of people. In 1 week, I can get to thousands. Because this video right now, you may have like maybe 40 people watch it live or so, but then by next week, 1,000 people have seen it, right? So you want to get in the habit of one to many. It leverages your time. One to many leverages your time. So, and I'm going to talk about this, and then I'll get your questions real quick. All right. So now, the last thing I want to talk about again is speaking, right? Podcasts, summits, whatever you can to speak. What I have done that has really changed my business is speaking in a studio. Okay. Some of you may not really understand what a studio is, but if I explain it to you, you will. Have you ever seen people like Anthony Robbins or Lisa Nichols, where they come out and they're speaking to this large Zoom room? It's like all these people on Zoom, but it's like life size. That's what I'm talking about. It's grand, it's grandiose, right? You're seeing their faces. Their faces are like this big, right? That's speaking on a studio. When you do that, it raises your level of authority and your credibility, because when people see that, they're like, wow, she's the big deal. Wow, I didn't know he was this popular, whatever it is. When I started speaking on those stages, everything went up. The number of people that came to my events went up. The number of people that bought my offers went up. Everything went up, right? And then I started introducing this to other speakers, and Yolanda was one of my first speakers to speak on my stage. By the way, she killed it. She did an incredible job. Yolanda Kennerly, she did an incredible job. So she got to speak on that stage, right? It's powerful, right? I gave her an award because of everything she's done in the past. She got to speak to people. People got to contact her. Like so much. It's like a gift that keeps on giving. And we're still promoting, and actually have more videos of her that I'll be showing on my page, right? So if you want to speak in a studio, or if you're thinking about it, go to studiospeaking.com. I'll put it in here, studiospeaking.com. And if you do that, you will see what I'm talking about. You'll actually see the events. And then, yeah. And if you have something to share, if you're a course creator, a author, a coach, whatever it is, you can book a call. Now, it's not for people that just have something to sell, right? Like you can't just come there and say, "Oh, I want to get on your stage because I need to sell people." No, you actually have to give value, like Yolanda did. She gave so much value that even if you didn't buy her offer, you learned so much about how to start doing videos and how to start making money doing videos. You see what I'm saying? Right. So you have to have something to share of value. Okay. You have to have something to share. Studiospeaking.com. All right. So let me answer some of these questions. All right. Let's see. Who asked the first question here? And by the way, if you're going to ask a question, just put question first and then put it in there. Okay. So Coral from across pond said, what if you don't get any views with my videos? Oh, great question. Oh my goodness. So when I started doing videos, I wasn't getting any views. Like I would get 0 or 1. I think it's my son that just he'd watch it 2 times or something like that, right? Anyway, here's the thing. You're not supposed to get a lot of views when you start. So don't worry about it. You're not going to get a whole lot of views when you start, because a lot of people don't know you yet. It's okay. It's okay. The good news is you can mess it up. You can make all your mistakes now because you don't have a whole lot of people watching you. Now, do you want to do your first video and there are 1,000 people watching and you're messing it all up, right? You don't want to do that, right? So don't want what you don't want, right? You don't want a whole lot of people anyway. You want to practice, right? So it's okay if a lot of people aren't watching you. That's okay. You're gonna get better with consistency. More people will watch, right? And another thing I will tell you is repurpose what you do, right? So I'm on LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Now, I'm not saying you have to get on everything, but you know what I do? I take this one video, like right now, this video is being streamed live on LinkedIn. It's on YouTube live. It's on Facebook live, the same video. And I'm going to take it and my team will probably cut it up and put it on TikTok, right? So it's not like you have to do a whole lot. You have to know how to use it, right? How to use it and put it in different places, right? So that's what I would say. That video that a lot of people aren't seeing, if one person sees it on Instagram and then 3 people see it on LinkedIn and then 4 people see it on YouTube, you start to get more and more people. Okay. So that's how I would answer that question. Thank you for the question. Let's see, who else? Who else should the type of videos be? How? Oh, good, 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 good. All right, so Madeline, I believe that's how to pronounce your name. For a start, should the type of videos be how-to, tips and tricks videos, or is it okay to go deep into a topic of choice? All of the above. All of the above. Understand that when you're doing videos, you're talking to a lot of people. You don't know exactly what they want. So let's talk about sales. I've done videos where I would say 3 tips to make an offer. 2 things you need to do before you make a sale. Um, w- um, um, 3 mistakes people make in sales, right? Right? Things like that. And then I have more generic videos, right? Things like how to get seen online, right? Just generic videos. I don't know what people want to see, so you want to have different buckets. We call them buckets, right? Yolanda is probably better at this than me, but you want buckets of information that you give out, that you share, right? You even want to do some personal videos. I don't do enough of them, like videos of just you. Yolanda does videos with her and her dog. Like her dog is as famous as she is. Right? That little black and white dog. I don't know your dog's name. I'm sorry, but she knows what I'm talking about, right? Right. Her dog is famous because she does videos with her dog, right? So you want to do some personal videos. People get to know you. People get to know you. They feel like they know you. If they know what you eat, right? It sounds weird, but trust me, all of that matters. So how-to videos, yes. Tips and tricks, yes. Go deep on some of your videos, yes. Do some short videos. You can do some longer videos. It runs the gamut. The different types, the better. Yeah, it's not like one is the best. You don't know what's going to resonate with people, right? Good question. All right. Anybody else has a question? Osita, yes, Osita, she's a movie star. Yes, right. Osita is Yolanda's dog, and she is a movie star. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. All right. So let's see. Let's see another question here. Call asked another question. Is she? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Coral says, "How often should we do videos?" Okay, that's a great question. And my answer is it depends. It depends. Um, do videos as often as you can, but the more important thing is to be consistent, right? Don't say, well, I'm gonna go gung ho this week. I'm gonna do 5 videos, one a day for 5 days, and then the next week you do one, and then you don't do a video for 3 weeks. Then you're all over the place. People respect leadership. People respect people that think like a leader. You seem more like a leader when you say you're going to do something and you do it, right? So if you're going to do it once every Thursday, do it on Thursday, right? Twice a week, do it twice a week. Like always. People are just sending me out. This is so fun. Hold on a second. Okay. Um, yeah. So just be consistent. I remember I used to do videos on Tuesdays. I used to do a live on Tuesdays. And I used to do a live on Tuesdays. And one day I was just tired. I didn't feel like doing it. And I didn't do it. I was getting all these messages from people that never liked my videos. They never did anything. They were just like, Eric, we didn't see you. Are you okay? Where are you? Is everything okay? Are you still gonna do your live? And I'm like, wow, people notice, right? So just be consistent at whatever you do. If all you can do is once a week, do it. Let them know that you're gonna be there, right? If you can do more, do more. And there's no there you can't really do too much. I follow a guy named what's his name again? He does that every day. Ray Higdon. Ray Higdon. He did a video every day for like 5, 6 years. Probably people think that's crazy. Why would you do that? Well, he also made like $10 million. So I guess it's worth it if you look at it that way, right? Yeah, he did it every day. He just I'm gonna go live every day, right? So, but everybody's different. He's full time, right? So you don't have to do that. Just be consistent. Be consistent. So that's what I'll tell you. All right, we have another question from Madeline. Okay, these two are still in the show, folks. Nobody else wants to ask a question? No problem. No problem. Is this okay? Okay, I already saw that question. Hold on a second. I think she asked another question. Oh, it's the same question. Okay, it's the same question. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask if you have any other questions. All right, let me see if there's anything else I want to share before we are done today. Yeah. All right. So I'll stop. Okay. So basically what I want to say is this. You want attention. You want people to see you. You want people to know where you are. Stop saying things like, "Oh, I don't want to really put myself out there." Well, then you're not gonna make any money. You're not gonna make any money. Don't you? Do you want to make some money? Thank you, Yolanda. I appreciate you. Like you have to put yourself out there. You have to, right? Get good at putting yourself out there. I'm out there. Like I'm out there. If you're connected to me, you see me 3 times a day, right? At least, right? Why? First of all, it's free. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. I'm old enough to remember when people used to build businesses without social media. And you would do it, you would put an ad in a paper, the ad this small, and you'll get like 6 people will respond. And those people can't see you, so they don't even trust you. There's no like and trust, and nobody buys anything. Now you can have a LinkedIn page, an Instagram page, a YouTube page, a Facebook page, and not pay a dime. You can do a video and put them on all those pages multiple times a day and make money. Like it's ridiculous the opportunity we have out there. So there's really no excuse anymore. There's no excuse, right? You can do it for free, right? So maybe that's why I feel like I'm obsessed. Like I have to put more out there because I can't even believe they're letting me do that for free, right? So yeah, so I mean, and if you don't actually have to speak on the video if you don't want to. You can do videos where there's a voiceover, which means you're talking, but you're not actually live like this, right? You're showing video, and then you're just talking in the background, and you just go on YouTube to teach you how to do that, right? So you can do that. All right. Yes, build a powerful online presence. Yolanda said, absolutely powerful online presence. There's nothing like it. And then it gets easier as you go. Like for me, it's so easy for me to do this. It used to be nerve-wracking. My first video, my sons, they used to make fun of me because my first video, I had a suit on. And my son, I think he was like 10, he said, Dad, so people don't wear suits when they're doing a video in the kitchen. I said, what do you know? People don't do that. Like that. You don't need to wear a suit. I said, I need to be professional. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So anyway. Okay, so I think there's another. Hey, Zion, got the great Zion from Nigeria, Mr. Positivity. Good to see you. All right, so Carl asked this question. Let's see. How did you feel your first time doing your studio live events? Oh, good question. Studio live events. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you because I'm always honest. Right. That's the thing about me. You're gonna get the real deal. I'm always gonna tell you the truth. Even if even if it's embarrassing, I'm still gonna tell you the truth. Here's what happened. So the first time I was about to speak in the studio, I went there. I was there with my friend Emmanuel. He's also my photographer. So we're there, and I'm about to go on stage. And he says, "Are you nervous?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm nervous." He said, "Well, you speak all the time." I said, "Yeah, but I never spoken on the studio though. It's different. Like it's like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You're on 3, 2, 1." Right. So, right. So, I was nervous. And then when I was done, he said, "How was it?" I said, "It was good. Like, I'm going to do this again." So here's the thing. Even though I was nervous, I did it anyway because I know that I have to stretch myself. Now we have all these people coming to speak on our stage. Some of them are a little apprehensive, and I have to motivate them. The only reason I can do this is because I've done it. I can tell them that you can do this. You got this. I've done this over and over. You can do it, right? So yeah, the first time it wasn't easy, but I got through it, and now I can do it in my sleep. And I'm helping a lot of people now, right? If you go to studiospeaking.com, you'll see I'm helping a lot of people. I'm looking for 3 more speakers for our event in February. So if you're a speaker or you know any speakers, definitely send them my way. Just tell them to watch the videos, right? Because the videos, and you'll see Yolanda in the videos. It will give you a good idea of what we're doing and how we're helping people finally be able to put the word out there in a very professional way. I mean, you'll get the videos, you'll get the pictures, you'll get all of that for your social media, right? And a whole lot more, a whole lot more. All right, I think we have a question from Zion. Good. So we're almost done here, but let me just answer this question. What is one thing that changed for you doing events? Great. One thing that changed for me is I got a lot more connections, like a lot more people connect with me, a lot more followers, a lot more business. I mean, because what happens is when you're doing a studio event, people are coming to hear you, but then they're also coming to hear other speakers, right? So you have a lot more people coming, right? And then they see you, and then they follow you, and then maybe they join your coaching program or they buy your book, right? So you're building an audience, and that's what you want to do in online marketing. You want to build an audience, right? So on LinkedIn, I would get maybe one person a day would connect with me. Then I'll start getting like 5, and then 10, and then 20 a day, right? Because I'm building a following, and that's what I advise everybody to do: build a following. Don't just sell. Don't just go into someone's DM and sell them. You want them to get to know you. Okay. All right. So oh, okay, awesome. So Yolanda says, this is the best way to get in front of a lot of people, and it's a great investment for your business. Oh, I appreciate that, Yolanda. And that's from someone that's done it. Okay, she's not a what do you call it? She's not a paid actor. She's real. She lives in North Carolina, right? She did it, right? So she got the value. So I appreciate you, Yolanda. She gave me a beautiful pen. I wish I had it here to show you guys. And she put my name on it. It was so nice of her. So sweet of her to do that. Thank you. Thank you, Yolanda. And and I put professional people on the stage, like Yolanda. So professional, so poised. Someone I trust, someone that I know that if you need to learn how to speak, like if you're interested in video marketing, I'm not the guy to go to. You go to Yolanda because she's the expert, right? Contact her. She's the expert. She'll teach you how to do that. All right. So as I wrap up, real quick, let's say, is there training for people who are interested in speaking? Okay, great. So Carl says, is there training for people who are interested in speaking at your studio live event? So what I do is I train you on speaking. I train you on speaking in studio, but I don't train you on being a public speaker. So let me address this. If you have never spoken in front of people and you want to start speaking in front of people, my stage is not the place for you. My stage really is for people that have experience speaking and they want to elevate their brand. They want to get the word out about their coaching, their books, the what have you, right? So it's a second level. If you want to learn how to become a speaker, there are other people that can help you, right? Marla is one of my friends who also spoke on my stage. She can help you, right? There are people that can help you with that. If you want to learn how to do video, she can help you, right? So that's a great question. I don't train people on becoming better speakers. I give speakers a platform to speak. Got that? All right. And then so I think this will be the last question. The last question. Thank you so much, Yolanda. She said, I deserve more. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So I think we'll go with this. Let's see. What do you think about cold outreach and with the best approach and what will be the best approach for it? Also, in building credibility online, when do you get to the point where you feel like you know someone enough to talk about your offer? Okay. Well, here's the thing. You never know if you know them enough to talk about your offer. So what you do is you just put feelers out there. So I'll give you a tip. Let's say you do a video or you post something and someone says, great video, or I loved what you said about this. Then you send them a message. So, what did you love? What did you love most? Right? Then they tell you. And then you can send them another message. Say, you know what? I actually have some more information I can share with you. Would you like to jump on a quick Zoom and we can talk about it? And then they can say, yeah, I would like that. Boom, you got an appointment, right? So that's how you do it. You just you feel people out. If they say no, perfectly okay, perfectly okay. So that's what I would do. You never know. And then when you're speaking, have a call to action too, because you never know who wants more. Like I'm giving you a lot of value, but I'm also telling you how you can get more. I'm telling you how you can go to my website, right? I'm telling you, right? So put a call to action out there. Some people will be attracted to that, and we call them that's attraction marketing. And then there's active marketing, where you send a message to somebody and say, hey, I see that you've been liking all my posts. What do you love most about what you see? And then somehow you guys can get together on a Zoom. Just a quick Zoom, 10, 15 minutes, quick Zoom, no obligation Zoom. That's a good thing to say. No obligation, no obligation. Let people know they don't have to buy, right? They don't have to buy. If this may not be for you, I say that a lot. This may not even be for you, right? All right. So we're going to go ahead and end now. I have to jump on something at 6, but I appreciate all of you. Definitely share this video with people if you think it can help them. Again, I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you. I'm sure I'm going to be doing this probably every Wednesday, plus my Monday call, plus other things that I do. So studiospeaking.com is my site. I appreciate you, and it has been a plum pleasing pleasure to be here with all of you today. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.